Hey, Spartan fans, welcome back to the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. I'm your beat reporter from Michigan State Spartans on SI, Aidan Champion. And we got to talk Michigan State basketball recruiting. A lot to talk about there. The Spartans are hot on the recruiting trail. Tom Izzo landed his first commit from the class of 2026 last month. Carlos Medlock Jr., a four-star point guard, going to be playing for Link Academy in Missouri this fall and transferred over there from Wayne Memorial in Michigan. So he's got the state of Michigan tie there. Committed to the Spartans. He is going to be visiting for an official on September 5th, which is the same week as Grind Week when former Michigan State players return to campus. And got two other visits that weekend. Josiah Jervis, four-star shooting guard from New York, and then Quinn Costello, four-star power forward from Boston. That's going to be a big weekend. We've talked about that already. Grind week, great for recruiting. It made the difference, and Jace Richardson's recruiting was going to commit to Alabama. That was his plan until he visited for Grind Week, and that changed his mind. But today, two big announcements. The first one being Ethan Taylor, four-star center, plays for Link Academy, is teammates with Medlock, the one of the top centers in the class of 2026, one of the top players in Missouri, 7-footer, and he narrowed his schools down to 6. Michigan State is one of them, but there's going to be some tough competition. Got Kentucky in the mix, Oregon, Indiana, Oklahoma, and Kansas. You got some blue bloods in there that Michigan State will be competing with for his commitment. He'll be visiting October 3rd for his official visit that weekend. I think we can assume that that will probably be Midnight Madness. Spartans are also hosting Jalen Collingwood that weekend, three-star forward. That was also announced today. His top schools, his finalists were announced today, top 7, and Michigan State in that mix. Like I said, he'll be visiting that weekend, October 3rd. So that's going to be a really big weekend. Again, I'm thinking it's going to be Midnight Madness. If it is, that will be huge that they'll get to experience, that special night, see the fan base, see what Michigan State basketball is all about. But I'll get back to Collingwood. Taylor, man, this would be a huge get. One, you'd beat out some really tough competitors there. And then, Michigan State hasn't had a highly touted center since Xavier Booker, and that didn't exactly pan out well. Now he's over at UCLA. Just things never really worked out for him at Michigan State. And so transferred this offseason. But, Spartans have had success with centers in the past. This could be the next great Spartan center. And, they're a very guard heavy team. That was the case last year. Michigan State prides itself in its guards. Point guard, particularly, this is point guard U. And so if they can get, a lengthy center, because size is key in the Big Ten, one who can stretch the floor, that just makes you all the more dangerous as a team. But Taylor, that would be a big time get for Michigan State, and they've got an advantage with Medlock. He can help them recruit. So we'll see. We'll be following that one. And then Collingwood, some tough competitors in that race. OSU and Maryland are also fighting for him. One of the top prospects in Washington, D.C. He's a three-star forward, and he is rising. So we'll want to be watching for that one. But A lot of good things going on with Michigan State recruiting, and then um, Julius Avent, who is a four-star forward from New Jersey. He's down to top five schools. He had trimmed down his list, I think. Um, it was just a few days ago. There's just so much happening, it seems, from Michigan State basketball recruiting, but he's got the competition there isn't as fierce. All the teams that are competing for his pledge, um, the other four, they do not compare to Michigan State in terms of prestige. Yeah, Penn State, Providence, Xavier, and Seton Hall. Michigan State, I mean, on the surface, it stands out as more prominent program, more historically successful program, and they're currently successful. I mean, come off a Big Ten championship. We'll see how things go this year, but that things are looking good again in East Lansing for Michigan State basketball, and it also helps to have that on your resume that Jace Richardson was able uh, to rise in his first season, his lone season with Michigan State, as a four-star, star of the year coming off the bench, and then finds himself as a first-round pick and in the NBA draft. So the development is something that Michigan State has been known for. Time has been known for in the past, but that was even further evident with Jace Richardson. So that should be something intriguing for prospects when they're cutting down their lists and choosing their school. So, like I said, I mean, it's eating up for Michigan State basketball on the recruiting trail. And, I think people were a little worrisome earlier in the cycle, particularly back in spring, early summer. Michigan State hadn't landed a commit yet. Didn't seem like there was much action. But then, the July live period came and things have really been cooking ever since. So, um, we'll be keeping you up to date on what's to come of these prospects, and if any more should join in and considering Michigan State as their destination for the 2026-27 season. But I hope you're all excited about what Tom Izzo is doing on the recruiting trail. As always, thank you everyone for tuning in. Always appreciate your engagement. You can follow along with all of our content on Michigan State Spartans on SI. Keep you updated on everything Michigan State basketball, recruiting, um, and we love doing it. We hope you enjoy consuming the uh, the news that we provide. So again, thank you. Hope you're all having a great weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.